Well, hello everyone. Welcome or welcome back to Zelda Speedruns as we continue the 10th anniversary festivities for A Link to the Past Randomizer. It is day 3 of 10 as we take our walk through ALTTBR history. Today we've got a seed from version 23. And we just happen to have the man himself, Veetorp, on comms today, so there's not really much I can say about this mode that won't get covered. On tracking, we've got Kano and Tomaltak, and joining Veetorp on commentary is Tracy M, so I will turn things over to them.
How's it going?
Going pretty good. Okay, so I believe we're all dungeons today, so I guess that was this the first version that had all dungeons as an option? I'm guessing that's...
I think it was the first version that it was enforceable. Before this one, it would have been people just did it for fun. But this is the first one where Ganon wouldn't let you kill him in phase 3.
Or the Oops All Dungeon, the classic Oops All Dungeons.
Yeah, but that was natural. It's just always going through Aghanim.
Okay, so nothing. Well, it looks like we won't have to kill Aga for the item this time. We're gonna have to do it at some point later. But it's just a piece of heart there. Unlike the seed I called yesterday, where spoilers, we had a pair of mitts sitting there,
just hanging out. Yep. That's nice. Speaking of mitts,
I'm assuming that's just the glove. Are we now to the final? Are we now at progressive items?
I think progressive items would be in here if I'm not mistaken. At this point, it's a lot of memories rolling back in over the years.
I mean, to be fair, I started on version 30, so you know, the changes were less. I mean, I started playing on version 30. I started watching on version 29. Okay. At that point, the changes weren't as drastic, I'd say.
Yeah, I think everything after 30, 31 were kind of like minor, and then a lot of the other people have been working on a lot of the cool new modes to kind of like really dig into how deep it can go. Oh, I miss being able to pick up bombs here. Yeah, so this is a blast from the past. I didn't mean that to, be related to Link to the Past, but yeah, it's fun to kind of see these old versions getting run again.
Yeah, absolutely. I had forgotten. You know what? One of the things I had forgotten is the text. Just the font was different. I forget what it was, changed somewhere in the middle of V31, I believe. And I remember not liking it at first, and now I kind of do. Oh, hey, that's good news. We have a Moon Pearl in the library, and you know what that means.
That means that's excellent news. That means
we're getting boots.
It does. Although this actually an old joke I always mentioned when I was doing early development on this. I used to like play to a point just to make sure items showed up where they were, and then I'd be like, okay, everything should be good to go to here to the end, because I was going through a lot of seeds. And there was one time that I walked into Aghanim, the tree drop there, and I saw the boots, and I'm like, cool, just go kill Aghanim, and then I'll go get the boots, and everything will be done. And then I realized afterwards, I'm like, wait, something's not right here.
Uh-oh. Kakariko stacked again, though. We're gonna get mitts out of this. We got flippers. We know the pearl is here. There's a bottle, so we can check the sick kid.
Oh yeah, lots of health. It's Stackariko, I think is the original name.
Works for me. This is past the version though where Hype Cave was like always giving good stuff, right? I mean,
yeah,
it can't.
Yeah, it was the old forward fill, which essentially any secondary location was just prime real estate. The Spectacle Rock was always a good place. Zora was a good place. Anything that basically required just one item was big.
So kind of your
pickings.
tier 2, essentially. Yeah. Okay, we get a book on sick kid. Oh boy, we can go into desert early.
I hope so. I hope somebody just goes straight there. I bet you boots are in desert. That's my guess.
Oh, that'd be fun.
But if they're feeling like dark room navigation, they could go up to Death Mountain right now. Not that we suggest going out of logic, of course.
Oh, never.
Never do that.
All right, so Scary Alva's gonna get the news of the Moon Pearl. Old Man Sunshine is gonna go and finish up Kakariko. This must be where the mitts were, I assume, or maybe it was in the well. I missed the actual pickup.
I think they were here. It's gonna be third pick, maybe. Okay, maybe not.
Mushroom.
Fourth
There
pick.
they are.
Nice. I don't know if people could see Scary Lyle's face, but every time a major item pops up, it's just excitement.
No, they can't. We get a.
Okay.
That's one of the cool things about the way the restream is done here is we actually get to see all that stuff. The viewers don't, but they can. I mean, I suppose they could look, but yeah, Scary Alf has his camera on, so.
So you started with the V30. That's exciting.
Mhm.
Taking a look back here at the notes of this particular version. Oh, we had to explain the RNG for the chess game. That's funny.
Oh, can we now save and quit? Can we now save and quit with the Smith? Yeah, I learned that yesterday. That the previous version, if you save and quit the Smith, he just disappears.
Yeah.
Like, oh, okay. I mean, I've never saved and quit in the main game with the Smith, so I had no idea if that was vanilla behavior or not. It's clearly something that was add on for the randomizer. I know they turned it off for inverted because you can soft lock yourself if you grab the Smith, and actually I think you can hard lock yourself. But yeah, bad things happen if you potentially can't get to caves with the Smith.
Yeah, and the knowing like Kiki will strip any follower off of you if you're able to do that. It's a huge knowledge. Oh, there's a bunch of swordless updates for this version.
Oh, is for swordless decided to be a thing?
I think it was some updates for it because we mentioned that the 4 swords have been removed from the pool and replaced with 20 rupees and swordless. Maybe this is when swordless was introduced, actually. Because, yeah, Ganon can be hurt by the hammer in swordless. This was the version that we brought that in.
In the meantime, Scary Alva found his boots.
Oh, nice.
In the flooded item.
Oh, nobody has any weapons yet.
Bombed, it's fine. Everything's fine.
Is it?
Everything's not fine, because, okay, no, this is fine. We got 2 more bombs. We got enough bombs to finish this. No, we don't. No,
you got 2.
Fine. Let's get 2.
Yeah.
Let's do. Okay, one more.
One fruit everything. Scroll the...
There we go. Let's go. Of course, we're not going to Ice Rod Cave anymore if that was the plan, unless we get bombs here. Oh, wait, there we go. Bombs. We still have the, oh yeah, that was another, we got, yeah, the plus, the capacity upgrades, being still in the pool.
Yeah, that's, must have taken rupees out for it because you can't go buy them. I don't think the, Capitalism Fairy has anything.
No, yeah. I believe they were replaced by just bombs and arrows, because the big complaint was people would get the capacity upgrades, but they wouldn't actually get the bombs or the arrows from them.
Yeah, although I think you get a portion now in this at the very. Maybe you don't.
Yeah, no. Well, I don't know. This version I won't speak to, but yesterday when I played and when I called the other race, I think you were getting 1. When you got a capacity upgrade, you got 1 of the thing. Old Man Sunshine has 1 bomb. That is not enough to mini Muldrum Cave.
It was almost saving and quitting out before the bomb went off. It's like, no, let it explode first. You already threw it.
At least, yeah. It's already out of your inventory. Plenty of money here, so we can go get some money.
Which is solid.
We can go get some bombs.
Olive's going straight for Dark World, which
Yeah,
I agree with. Yeah. Skullwoods is going to be a big play. There's a lot of locations there. Most of them are filled with keys, but there's a lot of locations.
Yep. And is this the version where is MSU available here? Cause I'm listening to Scary Olive's music. I don't know what Old Man Sunshine's using. It doesn't. It's the vanilla music, but it doesn't sound quite right. It sounds what's the word? Remastered? Yeah, that's the word.
Yeah, let me take a quick listen there. Oh yeah, that sounds weird. I don't know. And well, the thing is, the generator that they use to to run these back has some updates that work and some that don't. MSU may just work because the original tech that was written for it, I'm pretty sure was done. I wish I could remember who exactly did a majority of that work. I think Total was involved, but it might have been somebody else, and I feel terrible if I like named the wrong person on that one.
For sure.
But yeah. So I don't want to speak incorrectly on that one.
Yeah, definitely an old school play from Scary Owl doing the drop down for the for Skull Woods. But I noticed that the there was not a small key in the pinball room, which I thought was a thing until version 31.
Well, there was this was one that went back and forth a few times.
Oh, did it? Okay, that's
yeah.
Okay, cool.
And it was Christos and I used to have these fights regularly.
Oh yeah?
About that particular chest, and I don't remember exactly. I know that in the end, I always wanted it to not be a small key. And maybe at the time I wanted it to be a small key. I can't remember because it was every single week I would like change my mind, but no, it makes more sense not to be a key, or it makes sense to be a key. And it was it's kind of like the bottom of Ice Palace, where you can get stuck in a loop if you don't have the hook shot, like a little death loop.
Yeah.
And my thought was, dude, sometimes you get stuck and have to save and quit. And I guess enough people were mad that they got stuck and had to save and quit that we eventually made it like just a thing to not have people get stuck in there.
Yeah. Currently, it's only always a small key in cross keys, in most cross keys. There are some branches that take it out. I like it in cross keys because when you have the bad, the soft lock woods, the bad woods, as I like to call it, you're randomly guessing which one to go down. And if you go down, it kind of sucks if you have 0 small keys. You just fall down and you're just stuck.
Just stuck the old clown door behind you and nowhere to go.
But in this mode, it's fine. Okay, so Scary Owl's going to go into Thieves Town. Can't really do much here. We can get the front 4. We don't have a weapon to kill blind. We can't go in the back.
I mean, you'll find a weapon in here. You'll find like the
sure. Yeah.
It's a great weapon.
I mean, it's funny you mentioned that. The very first seed I ever played logically required Samaria to be blind, and I didn't know how to do that was even a thing. So we learned.
Well, related to like things like that where you kind of get surprised by what it does to you. I writing the logic, a long time, and I remember having a conversation with a friend of mine where, for some reason, I was convinced based off all the logic I'd read. I'm like, "There's no way you're gonna find Hammer on blind. It's just not gonna happen." The next seed that we played, Hammer was on blind. I'm like, okay,
nice.
I guess
if you have the small key, it can happen. Yeah.
Yeah, just surprises you.
All right, so Scary Owl's not going to go to the back of Thieves Town. Sunshine going to go ahead and use the flippers to get to the man under the bridge. I think I don't know if he was trying to set up a water walk with the flippers, which of course you can do, or if he was expecting to water walk, because it looked like he was setting up the water walk and then just flippered.
Or sometimes he just he came out of the cave doing the dash is what you're saying. Huh.
I thought he did. Maybe I missaw. I don't know. But anyway, he's going to go do... Yeah. If we're going to go do Zora, we're going to check and see... There's a arrow capacity we're never getting.
You never know.
Scary Owl could blind check it.
I would pick it up because I like extra arrows. I'm just that kind of person.
I'd pick it up if I'm right there. I'm not going out of my way to get it.
You're not going to... Well, just
not gonna, knowing it's there, not gonna go mirror for it.
That's fair. So Scary Owl.
Okay, no, it's the item right there.
Yeah, I was gonna say, still digging. Probably once more. I don't know. At this point, you have all the money you need for the game. He has Zora check.
Pretty much.
Smiths and.
I mean, he's gonna get. I mean, yeah, you're right. He's got enough for Pod and Zora and all that stuff, and not like you're not gonna get more. There's plenty of money in the chest somewhere.
Oh, going on a Froggy World tour as well.
Yeah, very different approaches by our runners. Scary Owl getting into Dark World as soon as he can, and then Old Man Sunshine just saying, nope, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna do all the things I can do first.
It may pay off. Although these versions are kind of like, I don't know that you can get too far off of a path that you won't be able to quickly get back onto it. Like if you're always doing something, you're probably just fine against the other people that you're racing.
Our runners would really like a sword right now. What is that? Okay, it's just arrows.
Ooh, Scary Olive taking
a
little bop there, and gotta watch
careful.
out.
Oh, gotta be careful. Oh gosh.
Not a screen to be messing around on.
No, definitely not. Okay, just get into the hype cave. There we go. Oh, and we still don't have chests in the waterfall fairy.
Nope. I guess not. Fire Rod, though.
Fire Rod on... He threw...
I don't even... He threw a bomb in?
He threw a bomb in. Yeah.
What?
And got it back.
Well, I think...
Okay, let's watch this a little more carefully. Does he get the little box? Yeah,
I don't think there's an item here.
Box.
I think this is a version where... Yeah.
Well, what was weird is that we found out the last version had an item on Pyramid Fairy, but not here.
Yeah, this was a much later thing, and this is interesting. In the ROM, I think we actively overwrote one of these two, like in the ROM's assembly code.
Right, Pyramid Fairy was... We had a couple people that did Pyramid Fairy last night. Or yesterday.
Well, but the other one, since like they're both the two fairies, is actually written by the randomizer, or was at the time, written over, like, writing bytecode over it from the randomizer, not from the assembly. And I think it was, this is drawing a name out of my head. Scudge? Super Scudge? I don't know if you've ever watched any of them.
Nope, but I've seen the name on the credits, so...
You've seen the name on... It was... He did a lot of interesting hacks over the years, and a lot of really cool stuff. Great, like, NMG runner. And I'm like, hey, I want to put chests here. Can you, like, redraw this map for me and put chests in it? And he was like, sure. And then he just gave me a pile of, like, bytecode. I'm like, cool, thanks. It's just what I wanted.
Yeah, so Pyramid Fairy, I think, is a little more important. I mean, because, like, if you think about it, the Waterfall Fairy in Vanilla just gives you the upgraded boomerang, and it gives you the upgraded shield.
Yep.
But the Pyramid Fairy is Silver's and Gold Sword, and I assume... I mean, for me personally, nice lamp.
It's a great lamp.
It's a funny lamp. For me personally, the being able to go... I mean, I can go Silver's all day, but having to make the decision whether or not to upgrade my sword and get Silver's is kind of a sucky one. Like, I'd rather either just get it or not get it, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that's fair.
Rather than be like, oh, do I take the time to go get these things that I know are here, or do I just ignore it? And I think the chess added in the Pyramid Fairy, I think, is a... You know, if it never happened in the Waterfall Fairy, I'm glad it did. You know, I'm glad that's a 2-item cave now. But like, I don't think it would be nearly as much of an effect if that had stayed the way it was.
Right. Although
nice shovel.
It's good times over here. I do recall a race way back in I think it was the very first tournament we did, or not the very, but like the one that we broke challenges.
512 Swiss
multiple times. Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be
512 person Swiss.
Yeah, the 512, the infamous 512 Swiss.
Yeah.
First tournament I ever watched, so yeah.
Just destroying them. But there was one player, I was doing comms for this race, and they drop into Ganon, and Ganon gave the silvers hint. So it was when Ganon was doing the silvers hint, and it was something like, "Did you get the silvers in my tower?" And they just save it, quit out, and go get the silvers, while the other person, both these players weren't as seasoned as some other players.
Sure.
So the other person drops in and dies to Ganon, like, was there first, and dies to Ganon maybe 9 or 10 times, while the other guy ran back to Ganon's tower, got silvers, came back and killed Ganon and won. And I'm like, that was impressive. That, you know, you just went for it. Just turned
Yeah.
around.
Yeah, I've watched some of the old VODs. I would say more in 2017, but even in 2018, there was definitely, you know, like nowadays, you don't even think about it. Like, you just expect players are going to do silverless.
Yeah.
But yeah, you know, there was definitely in earlier tournaments, there was like, okay, does this person know how to do silverless? And if they don't, what are they going to do? Are they going to, you know, go drop for the hint? Or are they going to go get it? You know, it's just...
It's right up there with Ice Palace Bomb Jump, Hammer Yump, all of those, like... Yeah, do the people have the skills to get there?
Yeah, I still think Ice Palace Bomb Jump is a super important trick to know, because if the King of Samaria is hiding out in Ice Palace, you do not want to have to
No,
have to
you
do
not.
Ice Palace the intended way.
Oh my. It's I honestly, design-wise, it is one of the coolest palaces made in the Zelda series. That doesn't
Yeah.
mean it's fun. It's kind of like Water Palace or Water Temple in Ocarina of Time. It's cool, but you don't want to do it.
Yeah, it's probably my favorite dungeon in vanilla, because I mean, to do it the vanilla way, I wouldn't do it the vanilla way ever again, probably. But to me, it felt like a good puzzle, if that makes sense. When I played it as a kid, as a teenager, you know, it was something satisfying about figuring out the solution to that palace. Whereas most others, oh, the thing's still. I thought that thing was going to be gone in this version. Okay, it's still there.
the thing.
The thing. What do you call it? The door? I don't know.
The mantle, I think.
Mantle, that works.
So it's, I think, what I've called it historically. I guess I don't really. It's kind of like I always called the floodgate. I always called it the floodgate. People call it the dam.
I think both are. Ooh, I know both are appropriate. Yeah, we got a hook shot out of another stacked location with a hook shot.
Old Man Sunshine picked that up just a little bit before Gary.
I think I'm going to the mountain if I'm playing.
Oh, 100% mountain. Yeah, I mean, you have lamp now.
Lamp and a hook shot. Yeah, let's go to the mountain.
I mean, I would have been up on the mountain as soon as I had the first glove personally, but I'm
Sure.
weird.
Get
Good
King's Tomb
times.
check.
Ooh, the old green rupee. I think there are two of those in the game.
Two of them, yeah.
The old memories of all of like the where the single arrow is in pod, and
Yep.
people are just like, there's really oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, the single arrow, the favorite of the hints era.
There's a unique item.
It's the unique item.
Oh, that also reminds me of the hints era. Goodness. There was one of the hints was there's something in your house, you doofus. Like if a major item, but it happened to pick your house as the location to mention. And everyone was like, who would ever use this? And then like I was thinking the same thing, like, I mean, yeah, but it you know, like I want completeness and stuff. And then I watched a VOD of Willard. He like walks into a cave. And you know, the dev cave, I guess is what people call it, down in the shopping mall or whatever area. And it's like the ice rod or something is in your house, you doofus, and he just like stares at the screen, saves and quits, and then opens the chest and lays out. It's like,
Yes.
that's so great.
Oh, that's too good. It sounds like a Willard thing. Willard
Who's
hates
hammer?
to-
Okay.
Oh, either way, you know.
It was just something that you're like, oh.
I mean, the problem, the thing I didn't like about hints, I kept getting glove hints in Turtle Rock and Ice Palace.
Yeah, it was one of those. I didn't like the hint system overall. I'm not against it. The joke of V32, which is still in development, I promise. It is. It's
V31 is pretty good. I have no complaints.
well, V32 technically it's the quad. The quad rando is V32, working with Total on that.
Oh wow, okay.
So the whatever that ends up being, the Link to the Past portion of that is V32. In case people were wondering, it is still being developed, just very slowly.
Hey, a sword.
Nice. You can play the game.
Yay.
I forget where I was going with this. I'll never know.
Something about hints in V32 and Quadrando.
Oh, yeah, the hints. I never, like, with this version, I just didn't, or with these versions, I'm like, I really want a full graph system to be able to give hints that are, like, meaningful or more interesting. And this is like a semi-graph version of how it does, how it understands the whole game. Where it kind of, it understands, like, up to regions of the game, and those are, like, the graph nodes, but then internally it's all truth tables for logic. Not that anyone cares. I'm just gonna... Hey,
yeah, there's also the jokes that somebody, I wish I knew who said, hey, there's a mirror. To get the flute that's sitting on Spec Rock Cave. But yeah, there was a joke that somebody said in comms, and I would attribute it if I knew if I remembered who said it. But you know, the big upgrade in V30 was hints, and then the big upgrade in 31 was we can now choose not to have hints.
We can disable hints.
Yep.
That yeah, no, that was about right. Well, and I think it was, so this was another, at the time, they wanted, I think, they wanted a boots hint and a silvers hint was the initial ask. And I was of the mind, like, well, if we're doing hints, we're doing a whole hint system. It doesn't make any sense just to hint 2 random items. And they're good items, but, like, the boots are only important in, like, 4 locations, 5 locations kind of thing. And the silvers aren't as important at all. Like, the choice of them always felt a little off to me, and it's the boots because they're fun, obviously.
Right.
But yeah, it was like, no, we're gonna write a hint system for everything, and then all the extra rules came about, like there have to be joke hints.
They're obvious. They're made obvious. I assume that was part of the conversation there because they're different color, so you know they're a joke hint, even if you don't know they're a joke hint. Although usually it's pretty obvious.
Yes. Although we still got a lot of blast about there's always money in the banana stand. Little Arrested Development for those of us. They're like, where's the banana stand? It's like, it's not in this game. Or the other joke hint where it's like says something about Meridia or Zebes.
Yeah, there's a I remember, I think in the hard mode, the silver hint says something. Oh no, Scary Owl, please.
This is before the text was changed though, so got lucky.
But yeah. No, I think there was the swordless would give you, the hint would be something about the silvers run Zebes, and then of course, you know, SMZ3 comes out.
Yeah.
Not swordless, hard mode, where you didn't have you didn't get silvers, like that just wasn't in the pool. It was just, you just got a bow and a tempered sword or something.
So Scary Olive just learned that there are no hints in this game. In this version. Just use the book on the ether tablet and got nothing.
Okay, so I was going to ask you about that, because yesterday somebody tried to use the book on the ether tablet without a sword, and people were saying, "Oh, you have to have some sort of weapon for it to read." Well, now Scary Olive has the fighter sword, but in vanilla, I recall reading the tablet and it basically telling you to come back later with a master sword.
I don't believe it does that in vanilla. I think what you see in vanilla, Scary Olive's trying to remember the setup for
Yes, this is correct.
Yeah, the first one I think was a little bit off. In the first one, without a book, you get the Hylian text. And then with the book, it's always the same thing. And it's stand here with the sword, essentially.
Yeah.
But that wouldn't be terribly useful here.
No, of course not.
So, and also I mean, based off of the fact that the people up on the mountain didn't have any text, I don't know that we had any text in the game on this version yet. Is what it feels like. And I do recall spending a long time, 1, figuring out the text table, and then 2, I spent a long time writing all that text. That was a lot of fun, and also there were points where I'm like,
a lot of work.
Yeah, but like I don't know what else to do. who are the fortune tellers?
Yep.
They say a lot of "by the black cats." If you've noticed that they would say that was originally, I just took the Japanese, threw it into Google Translate at the time, and for some reason Google Translate was just all about black cats that day.
I
And
don't
I'm
think
like,
I've ever gone to a fortune teller in this game.
what? They have great information.
Okay, I mean, as a kid, yeah, when I played it the first time, but
Well, have you talked to is it Agina? Have you talked to him ever? He's got great things to say.
well, doesn't he tell you where the ice rod is or something? Yeah, of course I've talked to him because again, I played this game when it came out.
In Rando, he says
I don't
great
think I've,
things.
I don't think it tells you where the green pendant is. I don't think I've ever talked to a fortune teller in Rando. Let me put it that way. And I
Well,
probably never went to a fortune teller after the first time I played the game, because theoretically you play it the first time and then the second time you know where the things are.
that's fair. Although I will, everyone who gets a chance, if you haven't, go through and read all of the signs. Go talk to all of the characters. Everybody has something to say. If you get a chance, talk to one of the kook men. They tell you great things about me. There's definitely a bug if you mirror onto the running guy. Where you'll
Yes,
get
I've
stuck.
learned that one the hard way. Oh my god.
Yeah, you get stuck reading that text every
Oh,
single frame until you can get away.
thankfully, it was not a race when that happened, so I just reset because I didn't know how long it was gonna take.
Oh yeah,
It was bad. It was very bad, and I lost a ton of progress. But yeah, it was not a race.
Yeah, you hold the direction and just keep mashing the box away.
Yep. Just don't mirror there.
It's bad. Oh, looks like
Yeah.
Scary Love's finally going back to finish off. I'm gonna go for a little plastic sword Mothula fight, or is maybe just
You've got a fire rod. Yeah, half magic and fire rod, no hammer. So yeah, I mean, as a kid, I thought you had to kill moths with a fire rod. So I'm actually pretty good at a fire rod fight.
Wow.
I mean, it's the thing you get. It gives you a fire rod in the dungeons. So of course I actually thought Cold Stare had to be killed with a fire rod as well, 100%. Like you had to get rid of the shell, and then you had to probably have to use a potion. Although with half magic, you might be able to get away with just 16 shots. But
just keep blasting them. I honestly cannot remember. I'm pretty sure because I mean it's so many years ago when I first played this, and I wish I could remember the entirety of my first playthrough ever because like searching around and trying to find
stuff. There are things I remember and things I don't too.
Yeah, but Trinex, I am 99% sure I had probably half magic in a bottle and just blasted him with the ice rod and the fire rod.
Yes, same. Yeah. I had no idea that you could use like say the sword or the hammer. Until I watched Rando. I'm like, or maybe a speedrun. Probably found out from a speedrun because I definitely saw speedruns before I saw Rando.
Well, that's actually that reminds me of one of the funniest things related to like finding out about things you can do in this game. Chris was doing a lot of the logic stuff early, Christos, and at some point he happened to have the mirror shield on and walked into a Wizrobe beam, and the beam reflected back. I mean, it doesn't hurt them, but it just reflected back. Right. And he was like, "That's great that you guys added that. That's really cool." And it's like, that's the vanilla game, dude.
Pretty sure it's vanilla.
Yeah.
I mean, ooh, bow on moth.
That's great. I think I've been playing a lot of Zelda 1 recently. The bow means so much more to me.
I know. Well, you and I both play a lot of Zelda. The bow means a lot more, and Wizrobe beams are a lot worse.
Oh my. I don't know what they're the
Wizrobes
things.
The Wizrobes they completely nerf. Yeah, they completely nerfed Wizrobes in this game.
I don't know. Even the ones in Zelda 2 are pretty bad. I don't know if they're called Wizrobes, but the ones that are
they're Wizrobes. They're pretty easy. You just cast Reflect and it just kills them.
So wait, I guess there is a hint on the pedestal though.
Bombs. It says, told Scary Owl that there are bombs sitting there waiting for him if he wants to pull it.
It might have also just taken me a while to get all the hints to all the locations that would have them.
Sure.
For like,
Pet feels like a somewhat more important location.
I think that was
literally anything else. Like, blind polling pad is quite the commitment. Now, that still happens. I remember a tournament year where there was this one guy in chat that kept calling for the pedestal to have book. Pedestal's gonna have book this time. Pedestal's gonna have every time. Pedestal's gonna have book. And then finally it happened. And it's like, see, I told you. Well, if you say it every time, eventually it's going to happen.
True, it's true, but that's how you win the bets. Eventually, you'll win.
Always with that same number. It'll happen 1 out of every 22 times in GT, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, the old bugs in GT with like where the keys can only be in like 1 of 8 locations early. Got that sorted, I think, at some point. We'll say, sure.
Yeah,
definitely
I mean,
before
it's
this version.
the whole key sanity, key logic, where it's 4 keys to get to some locations that you walk through to get to 3 key locked locations. Still breaks my brain a little bit, but I kind of get it, because like if you get to choose which direction you go, you can lock yourself out of the other side if you don't have enough keys.
Yeah, that
That
actually
stupid
was...
middle door. That middle door is what really screws everything, right? You know,
Well-
no one ever opens that except when they do.
And in the early versions of this, we removed it. Like, there was no middle door
Oh,
between the 2 sides because it allowed more key, like, logic options.
that's interesting.
Because people
I didn't
couldn't
notice
waste a
that.
key on a stupid door, yeah.
I have to go back and watch the VODs. Didn't even notice that.
But then I think later we figured out the logic a lot better, so we're like, oh yeah, well, we can totally have this and be fine with it.
Yeah, in the meantime, we got Scary Owl with 2 dungeons down. Old Man Sunshine, who hasn't gone and done all the mountain stuff and not gotten that sword. A little bit behind. We'll be able to catch up a little bit once they get their sword.
Yeah, I think so. And definitely, like, it's not that they haven't been doing stuff, so I think it'll be... And they haven't dipped any of these dungeons yet, so they'll still be, like, first shots on each. Hopefully. Hopefully they don't do Eastern first.
Yeah, no, that'd be very bad. No, they went to Thieves Town, but Thieves Town's kind of a natural location to do the front 4.
Yeah.
Regardless of whether you can beat it or not. Just didn't go to Zelda. No, sorry, didn't go to the Maiden Cell, so that's kind of important.
Right.
Gary Owl probably trying to wait for the hammer, because there was a small key in the front. Which is always really funny, because the small key in the front in Thieves Town means that the dungeon, finishing the dungeon is in logic, but your odds of leaving the item in the big chest behind go way up.
Yes. Actually, so related to that particular, like, the big chest, the very first time I tested full key sanity, like actual testing it, I was making sure every location was reachable. And I get to the end, and in the back of my mind, one location I never picked up was the Thieves Town big chest. And I couldn't figure out what went wrong. And it was, of all the ways that the key could have landed anywhere in the game, the small key to Thieves Town landed in that chest. In full key sanity. I was like, okay, that never happens.
Yeah, I mean, that's actually a big reason why a few years ago, the Cross Keys tournament switched from 100%, I always get this mixed up, locations to 100% locations from 100% items.
Yeah.
Because specifically, like, the pod keys could be locking themselves, but that wasn't a big deal because everybody just hammer jumped, and so you really only need, practically only need 5 keys to full clear pod.
Right.
Practically you only need 4, but just no. don't.
You have to go
run
around
down
twice.
to the right
That's all
side.
it is.
It's like
Yeah.
3 times. Like 3 times, but no.
Okay, well.
But in Thieves Town, if you're the small key being able to be in the big chest just makes it so you just never know if you're in logic for sure until you either find that key or you just it's better. It was better once they changed it. Now in non-keys mode, the locations is fine. Or sorry, inventory is fine because who cares if the small key is in the big chest? Who cares? You've got 4 items. You're good to go.
Yep. Fully agree. You didn't want to
Yeah,
pick up the other green rupee. That's...
that extra rupee at 1190 could be... No, there's nothing that's going to make a difference for.
You buy a potion. You're not buying it. Okay.
No. You could. I mean, you could buy a potion without that rupee too. Not Boots Lock Desert. for whatever that's worth.
I mean, you've already kind of called it into action. The hammer's going to be on blind. We didn't...
Yeah, sure could be.
I hope not. That would be...
That would be... We've had some... we had an Agaseed yesterday, and the weird Mitts glove thing that happened in day 1.
Weird Mitts glove thing.
So, in day 1, this is version 2,
Mm-hmm.
people got a glove that was their mitts, and so the tracker was tracking it as mitts because it was, because it reads the code, but the icon showed it as mitts. So a lot of people didn't realize, either didn't trust their trackers or just didn't even look at their trackers, and so thought they still had gloves. And we're trying to figure out how to get into the dark world.
Oh goodness.
Yes.
Well, that's unfortunate.
Yep.
A lot of good work going on here, though. You are right, though. Like, I think the difference in play here is Old Man Sunshine is just avoiding dungeons for the most part and kind of picking off the overworld more than anything.
Yeah, they finally got the sword, so probably gonna just do Hera right now.
Well, that's fair, yeah. Did Scary Hollow get...
Or not.
Or not? Well, I mean, pick up the flute on the way.
Oh, that's fair.
It's
yeah, I guess I would have done it afterwards, because it's still going to be there, and you're not using it in Hera.
That's true. I mean, I guess it's whenever... Are we gonna... Let's see if if this book check works for... It's... Nope. Oh... There's a part of me that kind of enjoys the fact that sometimes things don't work.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. I mean, to be fair though, when people were playing this regularly, they knew what did and didn't work, I suppose.
True. At the time, you had a good solid feeling of what you could do. It's like not going to check the waterfall ferry, or because it's one of those. As you grow with it, like the new modes and the more things become like really exciting. But to somebody who's new who just jumps in on it, and it's like,
Yep.
let's do Overworld Shuffle. And you're like, wait, what?
Okay, we got a green pendant and a master sword off of the Landbow, so that's good. Oh, Old Man Sunshine doing an old Harapot setup.
Worked
Did it
really
well,
though.
Yeah, that was the setup I hated, because there was like subpixels that could just screw you up, and I just hated it. It was one of those things I was like, okay, I'm, in a cross-key seed. Hera's in the middle of nowhere in a terrible location. Okay, I will do it. Otherwise, I'll just wait for the big key.
Don't at me, but I think I've done the Harapot once in my life, and then proceeded to be like, I'm good. I don't want to learn it.
I mean, there's several tricks that I haven't learned, but most of them are like, I've never learned how to do spooky action, which is literally just a time save. It doesn't actually sequence break anything.
Right. Yeah, me too. With you on that one.
Whereas like Harapot, can be very sequence breaky, and it is just as likely to screw you.
Yeah, the going out of logic has an equal chance to just put you down a path that puts you behind everyone else. So people, Old Man Sunshine here, using spin attacks on Moldorm with the fighter sword does no more damage than a regular slash.
That is true. I find I go kind of switch back and forth between spins and slashes when I do this fight with a fighter sword, because sometimes I feel like I have better control with the spins, but sometimes you just get in a position where it's just easier to do a slash, so.
Oh, that's fair. That's fair. The old mushroom item. Pizza.
It's nice to have the flute for that.
Yeah. Real quick, real easy. You don't have to go out of your way too much.
And no Canis Samaria to even consider. Of course, I would have save scum that, because I'll do fake powder. Fake powder. Fake powder. The thing I always say about fake powder is it's almost never pays out, but when it does, it's huge.
That's fair.
The most famous case of that was Zelda-san in, I think it was the first Key Sandy tournament. They had a play-in race, and he did fake powder and got some important item or another, and just destroyed the field because of it.
Yeah, it's one of those that can really, really push you ahead if the break works.
And we're finally going to go ahead and do Thieves Town. I
I
don't
agree
know.
with this.
Yeah, I don't know if he's gotten map or compass. We don't have quick swap on, so hopefully when he menus, I'll be able to. He's gonna have to menu to bombs at some point.
I think one of them was seen. I could be wrong though. Like that's my memory's a little shot today. Right pixel. Enemies were not.
Yeah, you can get the
not
right
playing
pixel
well.
all you want, but there's no guarantee you're gonna get that.
That's true.
As any speedrunner will tell you.
You just hope. You just hope.
We're gonna see a menu soon because we got to go to bombs.
Absolutely. Unless there's some new tech I'm not aware of where you just can yeet one of these guys as a bomb.
No map or compass. Okay, so that's all the
items.
Item. Yeah, we're good.
Yeah.
No, that's item 3 because we had small key, big key, 2 items in the front.
Right. Since we already have a small key, I would just pretend like it was the final item and go on my merry way and never come back.
I mean, to be fair, the maiden cell, you're gonna open anyway.
True.
You just, it's a good chance, map, compass,
Well, I mean, yeah, you're only leaving one item behind in the dungeon, if that.
At some point, you just gotta do this dungeon though, so this is fine.
Yeah, did we already do swamp? Like, I feel like
swamp? No, we haven't touched
would have been
swamp.
the play before this. Wait, there's hammer.
There's only,
Never
I was
mind.
gonna say that. Okay, that's good. We got a blue bottle. That's map and compass on blind in the big chest.
That's true. Although you can skip the hammer check in swamp nowadays. Right?
Yeah,
Everyone does
we can skip the hammer, but the hammer can be in the first chest. Well, the second chest. The first chest is always the key, and then the second chest could be the hammer. Unless you're playing Key Sandy or, I think some glitch modes allow the first chest to not be a key, because there's like you can get into Swamp Palace.
Yeah, the alternate way.
Through black magic and stuff.
Through black magic. I actually used
I enjoy watching the HMG. When they go no logic, I'm lost, but I do enjoy the hyper and major glitches when they do that tournament. This summer though is no logic.
Oh, I enjoy the no logic because there's points where you're just like, how do they remember a lot of these things?
Yeah,
they do them
that's fair.
so quickly. It's just like, oh, and now they're setting up these 17 different things to get to this one location. You're like, huh?
I'm just lost when they do it. Okay, so we're good out of Thieves, so we never have to come back.
Unless we want to go back, which,
That'd be silly.
It's nice there. There's Sazaks hanging around.
All right, we're gonna do the north checks. See if we need a cape. We have a cape.
We have a cape. I think he
must have already checked it.
Oh, I thought it was like a rupee or something. It wasn't good.
Oh,
Apples.
That's different. Wait, that's supposed to be a bomb. What the heck?
It is supposed to be a bomb. That's good though. Apples. I might go have an apple now. Actually, that seems like the correct thing to do.
There's like 4 bombs in this cave. If you want bombs, he's gonna get plenty of them.
That's true. Oh,
that's important. Canis and Maria.
Yeah, Red Cane hanging out over the grave.
Are we hammer go mode? Or well, maybe medallions. I don't know if we have like 1 medallion.
Yeah, we know that we have the medallion for Meyer already.
Okay, we need ether. It looks like for Turtle Rock. So are we ether and hammer for go mode?
I mean, only if you want a hammer to actually win.
Well, we're not going to be looking for anything in Turtle Rock because Turtle Rock we have everything to beat it except the hammer and the ether to let us in. So
yeah, it's going to be a pretty quick dungeon to go through, which is always, I mean, other than the keys, which may force you to go to every chest anyway.
So I think Meyer's got to be the next play. But unfortunately, the hammer is starting to look like it's going to be either in pod or ice, which of course is where you don't want to look for the hammer.
I mean, with Samaria, I might go to ice. Like if I'm really gambling on a race, I know that you can't finish it, but I mean, it's ice.
No, I'm gonna do Mire first because I can clear that dungeon. But yeah, ice before pod, I could see it. And Scary Owl's gonna learn that we still don't have chests here.
Sorry.
He's gonna throwing the bow in.
You're not gonna get silvers out of that.
Nope.
But if you have a shield.
If I recall, it's like, did you throw this in? And you get to say yes or no, and then I like an honest person, or I think it's if you say yes, and or the I think the the flip side is what he is. I'll give it back to you anyway. Don't stop telling lies or something.
It was and this was a fun one to find in the text. It's like 4 things, but like it's the "are you really sure" kind of thing.
Yeah.
Just like they're not gonna let you.
Well, there was nothing on Zora that because Old Man Sunshine did this a long time ago.
It was a heart container, I believe.
That would make sense because Sunshine has an extra heart container.
Look at that.
There it is.
Memory of a newt.
That's why we all play with trackers, right?
That is absolutely why we play with trackers. 100%. Oh my.
And the tracker, the Z1R trackers tell us like what dungeon things are in. Like this game doesn't do that. So, we still have to remember things. Yeah. Okay. So we are gonna go. Yeah. Makes sense. We're gonna go ahead and do the rest of Mire area.
Yep. I think it's a good solid play. 2 items in Mire. It's been a while since I played Z3.
Yeah. So Mire is a very annoying dungeon in a lot of ways because it's got 2 items. They're almost never on Vitreous. Because it's one of the few dungeons where the small key can just be on Vitreous. The key logic in Mire is weird. Like people talk about these Ice Palace key logic. Both dungeons have weird key logic because they have small key doors past the big key door.
Yep.
So here, like you'd have to really, really work at locking yourself out of anything in this dungeon. But
yes,
you still need 3 keys for logic for the left side. Which means that if there's in non-keys modes, if you have a small key on the left side, that means there has to be the big key there too. Yes, but what it also means is because the small keys can't be over there, your items in your big key are more favored to be on that left side. But nobody wants to do cutscene because it's slow and annoying.
True, although I think with this version, since the text is still the text, we might have Aghanim text to watch, like pyramid text. I don't know if we got rid of that by now.
Meantime, we get a map as our first check.
That's always exciting. Yeah, so this one's also special. I remember the logic specifically here because not only is it related to like the keys that you have access to, it's whether or not you have access to the whatever it's crystal switch.
Right. Yep.
And the moment you hit a crystal switch, everything basically swaps logic-wise, and it's just delightful.
So, like in keys modes, this chest in the lobby needs a key, even though you can go grab the key under the pot and just go there anyway.
That sounds right.
So now, because the big key is there, now a small key can be in the cutscene chest. And so now that whole thing I said about items more likely to be here just goes out the window.
Absolutely, and I would just not do the cutscene chest until I've finished the dungeon at this point.
Yeah, I think that's I think that's correct.
Because you haven't seen an item yet, right? And
nope, no items yet.
Viddy's gonna more than likely have one, but
yeah. So all that key logic I talked about just kind of goes out the window when the big key's over there. Small keys over there. I've definitely gained advantages from doing the right side for items or big key earlier than other players. When the big key is not when.
Okay, now you do the cutscene chest first.
I don't think he's going to.
Probably not, but because you've seen no items at all.
Yeah, it's on path. You can take the cutscene straight into Vitreous. So maybe we're just gonna skip Vitreous. We have terrible. Well, we got 47 arrows, so I think I would just use arrows here.
Oh yeah, I think that would be.
That's how I used to do it as a kid. Like I would, I'd get all the arrow upgrades and just fire 60 arrows at the little eyeballs.
That must have been painfully slow because you had to do them like 25 rupees at a time, or whatever.
Oh yeah, well it was like because with the max 9.99, so every time I got up all the way up to the max, right? You could do it like the first time through, it was a bunch of rupees. The second time was 50 and 50, so every 2 times. But I always got all the upgrades, and so by the time I do a little bit at a time, every time I had money. You get up here, and then it's like now you have like 60 arrows or whatever, or maybe it's 70. I forget what the max is.
I
think it's 50 and 70. I'm not sure.
I think that sounds right. Wow, these are things I should know.
I mean, probably yeah. A lot of us. It's just I'm not 100% sure, but I think it's right.
Yeah, you do it long enough. Although, I mean, the other side is like, yeah, you have cape. You can come in here and get some spins in.
We can run. Yeah, this works too.
Some dashing is fun. I mean, like this one, you just have fun with. I don't know if I would do the dashing though. I probably would have done spins.
I like doing the dashing with the blue cane more so than with the cape.
Okay, at this
but
point,
you got 47 arrows. Use your arrows. You have 47 arrows. I've been told that if you don't miss, it's 35 arrows to actually finish this fight.
That may be true. I can't math right now. So we'll go with 35 sounds correct until proven that it's 37.
That works for me. Wait, we did get an item out of here because that's a compass. But there's still an item on the cutscene.
So
it must have been 50-50. I think we saw a trash item.
Must have been a rupee or something, I guess.
Yeah, rupees probably. Wait, we've been so busy looking at Scary Olive that Old Man Sunshine got a hammer.
That's a hammer.
Well, purple chest. Fight? Oh yeah, it was the purple chest. Oh boy. Oh boy.
That's good things. That's basically we said that was go mode, right? No, we need ether.
No, we need ether. Well, and Old Man Sunshine needs to do Graveyard Ledge for the Cadence Maria.
Right. For us to know, though, we need ether, and then it's all just smooth sailing to the end.
Yep.
Couple of tunics, couple of swords.
So does Scary Olive do purple chest before doing Hammerlow's Pod, Hammerlow's Ice, Hammerlow's Swamp? I'm probably not before Hammerlow's Swamp because like you can do Hammerlow's Swamp and full clear it. So that's probably where I'd go next, just to make sure I get that crystal. But
well, if you know you need ether,
you're full clearing. Yeah, you're clearing it anyway. But like I'm not go moding it because you need ether. Ether absolutely could be there, but
yes, I would actually.
But it's a dungeon you have to do.
You do have to do it, but like if I find ether elsewhere, then I get to freely go mode.
That's fair.
Swamp. So I think I would save it for last. Although I mean, everyone knows it's an ice palace. It's always an ice palace when it's. When you don't know where it is, it's an ice palace.
And just a piece of heart. The problem is, Scary Olive has already done the smith part of the smith chain. So, going back for just the purple chest is not exactly...
not what you want to do. But at least there's another check there, so it's like a 2-check location.
No, because you don't get hammer pigs without the hammer.
You know... That's fair, but,
I think he's doing this because everything else he has needs a hammer, essentially, so...
That's fair. Although, I mean, like, it is 2 checks, you just can't do one of them.
Right.
We'll go with that so I can feel like I'm right, even though I am absolutely wrong.
That works for me. But yeah, he's gonna get this... I mean, it's not so bad to do, because you have the mirror and you have the flute.
Yeah.
Tom will attack, calling you out a little bit there.
That's fine. I'll take it. Like, it's we all have our foibles and mistakes. I'll own it.
But we're
I
not
will
mirroring.
still
We're just gonna
just
what
walk
is
it.
this? Yeah, maybe
I
he
mean,
hasn't done K45 yet with the mirror. That might be something he hasn't done yet.
or the tablet, Bombo's tablet.
That's true.
Although honestly, he hasn't done K45. I was gonna say because you could just run and mirror over to like get the purple chest
Right.
without taking it with you.
Yep. That was found several years ago, but that was definitely yeah, for a while it became a bit of a meme. Oh, where'd the purple chest go? I mean, now everybody just kind of knows.
Yeah. Well, I remember it's so this was back when there was still like, I think before the Racing Council was really deep into it, maybe at that point. And somebody had asked me like, "Well, how do you feel about this?" And I looked at him like, "Sounds great. Free. Just do it." Because it wasn't like you were glitching the game really. You were just mirroring in a location.
Yep.
Anybody could do it. And speaking of,
Those guys sometimes just don't let you run.
they do not. And Old Man Sunshine got cornered by the Igor over there. Big
Alright.
hammer.
Now, pod, ice, swamp in some order.
Yeah, I think probably after
I mean,
this
you're right
chat-
here. Although
I think I would do
I'm a big
swamp.
fan. I'm a big fan of waiting on swamp, so I don't have to think about left side. But like, you're also right here, so I also could see doing swamp right now. We also got the flute, so like, you got choices.
Yeah, but like left side swamp is even easier if you do like the hammer skip, right? Because then you just have one extra key. It's not
The
as
specky
bad.
flip, yeah.
Yeah, you
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you could.
round
It
the
does.
other key and move on.
Yep. Yep. You don't even have to do diver down for that anymore.
It's so nice. Another one I did not learn. I tried like 3 times and I'm like, I don't want to learn this.
Oh, diver down's pretty simple.
So you say. I'm sure it is. Looks like Old Man Sunshine's gonna pick up the bee in a bottle.
Bee. I hate the bee.
I love the bee. Bees are great. They pollinate and give honey.
And we're just gonna go by potions, I think, because we're just letting the bee go.
Makes sense. I mean, with the flute, it's seriously no time lost to do it, which is nice.
I see one of our glitch runners talking about bees helping you into ice palace. Is there a glitch thing I don't know about?
That sounds like a nice time.
And we already know we have items on the left side because the first check is a map.
I mean, again, just clip through, get the key here, drown the other key. Everybody's happy. Not even gonna get the free key?
Yeah, I think he's gonna go straight to the back and then grab the key if he decides to go back in for left side.
That's fair.
And with your go -1, so that makes sense.
Okay, that's fair. Funny story about this room. The very first tournament, and I think the subsequent 2 after that, were won by Ajneb.
Right.
As you may see in the Houlihan room credit.
Yep.
tab.
That's definitely an old school name.
Very old school. Well, I remember I was watching his stream one day, and I said something. He's playing the rando, and I'm like, "Oh, you gotta check the chest. The bottom chest in Swamp." And he's like, "What chest?" He'd been playing so many randos, and none of them had an item there. He didn't
Oh my
even know there
God.
was a chest in that bottom circle area.
Oh no. Okay, so Scary, I was just gonna do diver down strats and never pick up the key. I don't agree with this. Just grab the key and you can flood the item, and you can still do diver down strats, and then it lets you skip a different key later.
Yeah, I mean, feeling confident, I guess.
We're doing with the bombs. Okay, okay, here we go. Got it.
It's big play.
Yeah, there are people that'll not do this without won't do this diver down play without a Samaria. They'll do it. They'll just grab the specky key if they're going to do the left side. Now here's the problem with going left side here is the big key hasn't been found yet, and so we might still have to come back in for the big chest. So if you're Scary Owl, you'd rather see a big key over here, so you never have to worry about it. Or have it set up so that we find out the map or the compass, which I guess we saw the map, so it'll be the compass would be in the big chest.
Well, sword upgrade's always nice.
Something, sword and swamp.
Is it both of them?
Some things never change. Nah, not both.
That would be great.
That would have been fun.
And Old Man Sunshine's doing the pod play, which makes sense. You have bow, you have hammer.
The pod play.
You have Eastern right after it.
Yeah, they haven't done Eastern, so yeah, going and doing them combine makes sense. Oh, there's your ether. Just go to pod.
So in pod, and that means
we're in no mode. Well, no, Old Man Sunshine's in go mode. Nope. Still needs Cane and Samaria. Still needs that Cane.
But, and that actually might be the thing that really is dangerous, because that's not that's an easily forgettable location.
It's not a good overworld. Nobody likes to go to Graveyard Ledge. So he's probably gonna full clear. They're probably gonna full clear Swamp Ice pod. And then do overworld, which makes sense because always be doing dungeons, always be clearing dungeons. ABCD.
I would have just rolled with ABC, always be clearing, but works for me. It's also fun to actually see these dungeons connected the way they're supposed to be. I've been doing a lot of doors.
Oh, hi Silvers.
The old AG. Yeah, so actually seeing them the way they were intended to be put together.
I miss the non-progressive bows. I mean, I know you can turn it on, but no one ever plays with it.
Oh, you mean like one bow and one silver?
Yeah, I like the silvers and the bow being separate because the logic with the bows is just really annoying. Actually, I completed my first ever bowless crosskey seed today.
Oh, nice.
I mean, and it's not big, it's like one of those things that just, I came close one time and then just the bow was on a boss I had to do. I was like, come on. Not at this point. I don't want the bow now because I want to have a bowless seed. But no, today was actually got the dingus hint, which is fun. But yeah, I do prefer the separate. Yeah, because sometimes you get a bow in a really dumb spot, and then you find out, someone else got it in a really easy spot.
True.
And there's your big key, and I don't think maybe we didn't see the compass, so maybe he's fine.
There was no choice on the big chest, right? Like, you had to kill the boss, so that doesn't feel as bad when you're like, oh, yeah. I mean, like,
it does for me, because, like for me, I would have gone straight to the back without the big key, and then I would have gone back in for 3 items. And I feel better going back in for 3 items than going back in for 1. But Scary Owl says, you know what? I want to know what's in this big chest.
That's fair.
Now we're just coming down to are we doing pod or are we doing? I mean, pod's more lucrative. It's got 5 items versus 3. Plus, I don't think we've turned in the green pendant yet. Or I mean, Old Man Sunshine did, and it clearly was nothing. But I don't think Scary Owl. Actually, I'm not sure Old Man Sunshine did clear in yet.
No, I might be saving it for the post-Easter.
Yeah, and that's fine too. I
mean, the big thing that Old Man Sunshine's got going on right now is the efficiency of basically doing this and gonna get silvers because they're free and probably getting a fast clear on Swamp unless they don't find.
Yeah, I mean, if the funny thing is, if Old Man Sunshine does go get that Graveyard Ledge cane before doing Swamp Palace, for instance, they are more likely to miss on either the silvers or even especially on the tempered sword. No one's doing left side swamp and go boat, so definitely going to miss that tempered. Yeah, there's another one out there that might find that. Probably going to find the silvers. That's a pretty easy spot to open up.
It's one of those, if you're walking by this chest and you don't push the block and open it, I had this happen in a race with some friends early on, and there were 5 of us playing, and me and one other person were like, yeah, we got silvers. And somebody was like, where'd you get silvers? It was like the chest you walked right past, like
Yep.
saves 2 minutes.
Back in the year I did the mentor tournament, I actually won a race because I checked the diver down chests and got my silver arrows, and thus had a much better gain in fight than my opponent as we dropped it like at the same time.
That's huge.
It's one of those things, like, once I have tempered and silvers, I'm much less likely to open anything, even if it's on path.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm with you. I think if I'm sitting on Master Sword, I'm peeking around for another sword unless I get silvers, and then it's just kind of like, we'll do this. Although silvers with that sword is kind of not as it's more rough in my mind.
Yep.
Do we get a bee in a bottle from the fairy?
We got a bee. We got a bee. We didn't. I don't think. And I think it was there's a regular bee, not even the good bee.
Oh, that's great.
I do think Scary Owl was going to pod next, so he'll be in go mode shortly.
Yeah. When did we get a mirror shield? Did that happen in pod? I missed this.
Probably.
But now we can block
no.
sword beams.
Oh, big chest. Okay.
Nice. And like silvers will still be useful for killing Helmasaur King here faster. It's about the only thing. Yeah.
And with Tempered Sword, I don't even always. I mean, with Tempered Sword, you're not even going to switch to silvers when you can't quick swap. I don't think.
No, it's 4 slashes and you're done.
Yep.
2 spins.
Now, if Old Man Sunshine does swamp before a mire, you actually get
a much faster Vitreous fight.
Your silvers fight, which is much nicer, and probably the Tempered Sword as well.
There it is, 100 rupees for that.
Thanks, dude.
Heirloom. I mean, it could have been 1 rupee.
Yeah, it could have been, but 100 rupees versus 1 rupee when you have already bought all the things, and you already have 1,000.
I mean, this is what I learned in life. Who doesn't want more?
So what I need you to do though is, we talked about rupees, and the fact that the vanilla game has a max of 999, and at some point after V2, because that had the 999 maxes, we saw a lot of runners running around with 999 rupees. You need to get Fred to figure out how to uncap the 255 on Z1.
But the 255 is happiness. I actually for retro mode in this wanted to turn around and cap it to 255. Well, because it would make like the arrow cost and everything make sense.
Instead of the 50 rupee silvers, which makes no sense.
Well, they're really good.
Imagine if you were running around in Z1 with the equivalent cost of your arrows. It would be terrible.
It would be like 5 rupee arrows in Z1. The point was, the reason we didn't do it is because we didn't want to change Zora's cost. Right, although I think in retrospect, maybe we should have just changed Zora's cost.
I mean, if you figured out a reasonable scale for everything, that could be interesting.
Yeah, it's still on the list. Although, I recently, my personal project has been working on an auto tracker for Z1.
Oh, well.
The joy of my days.
Yeah.
While still doing the
yeah, I'm not a fan of auto tracking in general, but is he one?
It's meant to just be the things that you see, nothing else.
Here's your ether. You're in go mode.
Scary Olive is all the way just putting it into the top gear and going.
Yeah, of course the problem with Z1 is you can't just do, since not everybody it's like most people that play on hardware in ALTTP are playing on an SC2 SNES or an FX pack.
Yep.
Which is the same thing, just renamed.
Yep.
Because SD did not like the use of their name, which is silly because I thought to me it felt like advertising.
Free advertising. They're like,
yeah, free advertising for your product, but who am I to say? I don't know anything about business. But in Z1, a lot of people EverDrive's Pro is not everybody has the Pro version. If you have the Pro version, if you have a front loader, you can't. It's harder to access. I've been told that you can get a special cable that works with the front loaders.
That's fair. And I mean, I'm writing everything using a N8 Pro, so I'm actually like it's on hardware. So and I have it working with FCEUX as well.
What else are you looking for, Scary Olive?
Big key?
Oh, he has the big key. That's kind of important.
I mean, it's helpful. This one also, okay, so the logic here, I remember this is early version, and I'm like, oh, well, we can free up the logic a bit more, because, like, yeah, there's a small key before a big key door down in the basement. And my thought was, no one's going to go down into the basement and use the small key to get to the big key door. Mm-hmm. Without knowing that they're heading there, right? Like, you're not going to burn the small key doing that. Until somebody who was an excellent, runner and somebody I knew pretty well just messaged me and goes, I got key locked out of pod. And I'm like, how? What did you do? They're like, I went into the basement. I'm like, but you didn't have the big key. And they're like, I know. I'm like, okay. So the logic got more complex.
Yeah, and isn't the idea one of the things? Because right now it's weird because in vanilla there is a small key in the dark maze, and you can have that in the dark maze because you can't get to the back without the hammer,
right.
But in rando that's not true anymore because you might have the hammer already. So now there can't be a small key in the dark maze.
It's from a logical perspective, there could be a small key in the dark maze if we can prove that you don't have access to the hammer without that key, or you don't have access to the bow without that key.
And that's more difficult.
Yeah, well, it's being a negative check on your ability to get stuff is extremely hard in the way the logic was written for this rando. And that's V32, the one that I always talk about, and it's been 7 years coming, I think, technically has the ability to do that. Mm-hmm. It also has the ability to do, I don't want to talk too much about something that may never come around, but it will, I promise. It's being written. It has the ability to be like, if there are two key doors, so in this logic, if there are two key doors, it assumes you need two keys because both key doors, you could use a key at both of them. Mm-hmm. In the V32 logic, it actually looks past that and says, all right, well, if you use your key in the first door and get an item, or if you use your key in the second door and get a different item, that both lead to you being able to open up the other door, it will allow you to do that, knowing that no matter how you spend your keys, you would still be able to, continue on.
Sure.
Which is something this can't do. The way the logic was written here. That was a lot of text I just threw at people. Good morning, everyone. I think Old Man Sunshine forgot to walk into the bomb. Oh, or they have different. I think
that
it's
is
different
not
setup.
the set. Yeah, that is not this. Oh, and that's unfortunate. No specky clip for Old Man Sunshine.
Yeah, I think it was. They tried once. Maybe they haven't practiced it, and then we're like, it didn't work. I'm just gonna move on. Well,
yeah, there's a fairly normalized way to do it, and Scary Olive showed us that earlier.
Yeah, it's drop bomb, walk into it.
Yeah. Well, when we first discovered it, there was some other ways that didn't work 100% of the time. There's a little tiny bit of timing involved. Mm-hmm. I think this is a you question. Someone's asking how to play the older versions outside of the 10-year anniversary races. Is there a way to do that?
If you're so daring, the repo is public, so you could try and get it running. I'm of the mind of always moving forward, but you could. Somebody did for a while. They spent time having every old version on a site, but I think they gave up on that after a certain point when it was when they realized how much it was to maintain all of them going forward. That would be the best way. If a seed was generated, it's on the site at some point in an old version. It still exists. So if you have a permalink to a V18 seed, it still exists, and you can like theoretically use the permalink to play it. Some of the features may break it, like if you try to enable quick swap, it might just entirely break. But yeah, that would be the answer to that question. But everyone wants to play the new shiny. We don't want any of the old garbage.
So, Scary Owl made a big mistake. We're in Turtle Rock. I just looked. Yeah, I mean, I see marked Ice Palace, but
I don't remember Ice Palace.
I don't think he did it, and I just saw the menu. Yeah, no, missing 2 crystals.
I mean,
Scary Owl has not done Ice Palace.
A mistake or more interesting gameplay when Scary Owl walks in front of GT and is like, "Did this break too?"
I mean, classic. It's
I think we've all.
I've done this once in a regular open seed, where you walk to GT and it doesn't open. I've done it once. Actually, what was worse, I did it once in a cross key seed, and I got to. You know how Ganon's supposed to give you text that says you can't beat me right now.
Yep.
At the very beginning, I missed that text, and then got to phase 4 and couldn't figure out why I was doing no damage. That was fun.
That's funny. That's actually funny. I think
I've walked into level 9 without 8 Triforces in Z1. I have never done the G3 in Super Metroid back in the day when I played that, where you get to Turian and it just doesn't open.
Oh, that's funny.
That's a classic one that people have done over the years. Those are the randomizers I've played, so I can't speak to any other randomizers if they have, like a Final Fantasy randomizer, or some of the other ones have equivalents. But
the old you missed one thing when you get there. I think for me it was I was walking across and I looked away to like update my tracker or write something into chat, and I look up and I'm just still walking past Ganon's Tower. I'm like, am I supposed to stop there?
Yep, Scary Owl marked ice complete, but menu says otherwise. See, if we had quick swap, we would never know.
I mean,
we would have no idea.
there's a point. We would know.
Well, if quick swap ROM, it would be more like a we'll find out. Yeah, see, menu. No, there's 2 crystals missing. He has not done Ice Palace, and if Ice Palace were a pendant, that'd be fine, because you could just do it after GT.
True.
He just wanted to make the race closer, that's all.
Yeah, and it's going to save the Aghanim for the very end. Get the refill.
Also, I noticed that we have turned the silvers on in this version as well. That was a thing yesterday.
Oh, where they were just, like, you got stuck with them on, or?
No, you can, because you could always turn them on and off, right? But, like, they aren't on to begin with.
Oh, that sounds right. This is a lot of the choices in this were it really depends on what community a randomizer initially comes out of for where a lot of the choices end up. And this particular randomizer spawned out of the speedrunning community specifically.
Right.
Whereas I think like Z1 just kind of spawned out of people having fun.
Yep,
people race it, but like a lot of the choices that Fred made were more related to, is it more fun? Whereas a lot of the choices that we made were like, will speedrunners accept this?
Well, even like allowed glitches, the hammer jump is like the reason why so many glitches are allowed, because the hammer jump is allowed.
Yeah. Well, everything's considered NMG. It was the no speedrunner would do it if you didn't allow the things that they always do anyway. Yeah.
Right, and in the beginning, it was the NMG rules, and eventually we found other glitches. Some like a Specky Clip, for example, has no use, and or a Herapod as well. Like I know Herapod maybe. But some of the glitches that we found have no use in, like, Specky Clip literally can't ever be used in Swamp Palace, because there's no situation, even with glitches, where you're going to get into Swamp Palace and be able to use the hook shot there. The hook shot's in swamp, you know?
Right.
Even if you don't enter from the front, which is what the sorry. What's the term for the all dungeons that I forget what it is, but it's the one with the like the least number of glitches. There's this whole sequence where you go from mire to Hera to swamp, and you spawn in the middle of swamp, but you still don't have a hook shot, you know? So you're still not doing a specky clip, you know?
Right. Although I think it's you can get the hook shot out of the big chest, but then it's only when you're going back.
You're already there. Yeah, but you're already there, so now, you know,
just kill the boss and move on with your day.
Yep. So RMG, Restricted Major Glitches, that's what it's called. That's the run. All dungeons. Alright, we're gonna run right past GT.
Yep.
Let's see what his face looks like.
Gonna expect totally seeing that, it is. And there it is. The face palm. Oh, I'm sorry. That's okay, though. Keeping it close.
Shaking his head. He's
He's
figured out very quickly which dungeon he hasn't done, so that's good.
Looks like Old Man Sunshine's going back into swamp, but left.
Yeah, he's done all. They've done all swamp.
This is
tablet. I think they want to have the cane for icebreaker.
As one
does.
Agree.
You know?
Yeah.
But we'll see if they want it badly enough to hit Graveyard Ledge.
I mean, how many other... I think that's the only overworld location they haven't checked at this point.
Yeah, I want to say they did Catfish.
They did? It's
maybe not. It might be the only other one. It might be Catfish and where are we going?
Well, I know Scary Olive did
Spike Cave?
Oh, Spike Cave's if they're doing this, then they're gonna do Graveyard Ledge. Absolutely.
I would hope so.
Like if you're willing to check Spike Cave before going into Ice Palace. Although admittedly, after this clip was figured out, I promptly forgot how to do the Ice Palace bump jump.
Oh, that's not good, because sometimes you still need to do the Ice Palace bump jump.
Yeah, I learned that as well when I remembered that I forgot. But I used to run a lot of Oko, and in my Oko, like, I want to say NMG, but I allow this for it, because, like, this dungeon is no fun in Oko, ever. And being able to skip half of it is great.
Yep.
Hey, a bomb upgrade on the old Ether tablet.
Yep, this will be Spike Cave, and then hopefully they think to go to Graveyard Ledge. I mean, yeah, Scary Olive is like, I just need to get through this dungeon as quickly as I can, so not going to stop and check anything.
No, I mean, there's the only thing you could get at this point that would make life any better is a sword upgrade.
Yep.
Maybe the blue tunic, I guess, but even then...
I think we have blue. Maybe? Actually, yeah. Somewhere, yeah, because the Samus sprite goes blue-red? And red,
that's
very suit is like red, so I think we have the blue.
Scary Olive also has blue tunic marked. Okay, so a red
that too.
tunic, like, but yeah, these things are so minor. They adjust the Ganon fight a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
That's about it.
Well, for good players, the gold sword doesn't save time. It just makes the fight easier. For players like me, it would actually save time. But how much time? Not only enough that if I would open a chest that was on path. So like I wouldn't do I might have done, say, the one in that spike room where you hook shot across, because like that's pretty easy to do.
Mm-hmm.
But I probably wouldn't do the one where you have to hammer the peg down. And yep. Old Man Sunshine has given up on Cane of Samaria before Ice Palace, so is likely full clearing this with an Ice Palace bomb jump.
Yep, it's rather unfortunate.
All right, let's try to go to GT again. This time it'll open, I promise.
Just don't make promises you can't keep. We don't know about this version. get up there and it's like, you also needed to bring a shrubbery. Wait, what?
I mean, Z1 has the mode where you have to get a specific item to get into 9.
Yeah.
The Holy
Honestly,
Grail flag, which nobody plays except when we play it. You know?
except the off time. I mean, honestly, there have been asked and considerations for alternate conditions to get into GT. So instead of the number of crystals being like a specific set of crystals and pendants, and I not that I'm against it, but there is a point where it's kind of like when everybody introduces a new mode and you're like, well, how is that different from, say, like Triforce Hunt? And they're always like, well, it's not. You're like, okay, so you know what I mean? Like, if you can
sure.
boil it down to something else, then is it really something new?
On the plus side for Scary Elf, no one's finished yet, so.
That's true. I should probably also be looking at the race room.
Yeah, I have it up, but I'm not paying attention to it. I just pulled it up an extra time. Okay, here we go. Yay! Apparently, yeah, Codeman's saying that there's some modes where you could have the locksmith follower to open GT, which is... I'm not sure how that works, because I know the locksmith is a follower, and not just the purple chest. I just don't know entirely how that works.
You do that now? And I'm sorry, I appreciate that it is the locksmith, although they probably had to modify him, because he leaves when you do a screen transition. Yeah, sorry. Listen.
Yeah, there's definitely some... Well, they have the follower shuffle now, so I haven't played that yet. Which now, obviously, you can't be losing your follower every time you go through a screen. Every follower is different, which is kind of funny if you think about it. Every follower works differently. Like you can run with Kiki, but you can't run with the purple chest. Kiki will leave if you take damage, but the smith will. You know, it's hard to lose the smith unless there's a handful of things that'll let you lose the smith, you know?
He won't, old man won't go into doors, but the smith will.
Yep. Oh, hey, gold sword.
Well, there you go. Now we just need I was going to say, I keep wanting to say red ring. Just need the red
a
tunic.
Red mail.
Yeah.
Yeah, red ring much more powerful than red mail.
I think they're technically supposed to be the same. It's supposed to quarter the damage. Supposed to.
Well, except and if you go, and then there's the big key right there on the torch. No, but just the difference is Z1, everything's just half quarter, right?
Yeah.
In this game, we have damage tables.
True. Everything is very much a random amount of damage.
Yep. So, and things, with little details, I know this is not damage Link's taking, but, like, little details like, okay, the Master Sword does less damage to Armos Knights than the Fighter Sword. Of course, the developers never intended you to use anything but the bow and the arrows. Like,
right.
I'm pretty certain there's a hint in Eastern that says use the bow. And like the game just gives you like every pot towards the end of that dungeon just gives you arrows. Like maybe you might use the item in this dungeon to kill this boss. So I don't know if anybody actually. I do wonder if anybody actually killed Armos Knights with a fighter sword with the first time they played it. You know?
That would be more interesting than the ones who killed him with the boomerang.
Ooh. I've done that exactly once, and I hope to never do it again. And even the time I did it, I had a Cane of Samaria working with it. So, please never again. That was the worst.
Speaking back to funny stories, I think I was just doing an NMG run, and Scudge was next to me, and I Ice Palace did the bomb jump, or was about to head towards the bomb jump, and ran out of bombs. Just my math was off. And I'm in that room, and I'm like, what am I supposed to do? And Scudge looks at me, he goes, you got a boomerang? I'm like, yeah. He goes, start throwing. I'm like, what? That was the first time I learned about that. That you could kill the Stolfos Knights with a boomerang as well.
And in vanilla, they'll drop bombs. They're in the bomb drop group, so.
Yes they are.
You get enough bombs to actually do the bomb jump.
Old Man Sunshine about to knock out our friend Cold Stare. Nice free fight. Yeah, I think this this particular one came down to Cane Samaria, just hiding up on the graveyard ledge.
Scary Elf had a bit of a lead before that, just was prioritizing getting dungeons done a little bit earlier.
Mm-hmm.
I think just had just slightly better pathing overall. But yeah, the Cane Samaria making a huge difference here.
I mean, we also still have, beyond Ganon's Tower, we have all of Castle Tower to do, too. So.
Oh, that's right.
Fun of all dungeons.
That's right. That's all dungeons.
Every single one. I think, actually, I remember when they asked me about, like, if we could make all dungeons, like, required. Now, I think I remember just being like, why?
Yeah, that was my reaction the first I heard of its existence, so I feel you there.
I appreciate it. I do. I mean, I think it's also there's the mode for the 256 items or whatever, the all 216.
216, yeah.
Yeah, to get every item in the game. I'm like, why?
That was one of Dunka's ladder modes one year. I never played it. Yeah, I'm like, no, thank you. If I want to get all 216 chests, I'll just play the vanilla game, thank you. You know?
Well, so when we used to do the festives and also like the major releases, like the major version releases, there were a few people that we had on tap to be like, hey, we're about to release this, can you do a 216 run? And they would be like, yeah, I could totally do that. And I was always like, I don't think I could sit down and actually do all 216 locations in a sitting. I can now, obviously, but at the time, nobody wants it.
So here's a random question.
Okay.
In vanilla, your uncle gives you a sword and a shield. So that's 2 items.
Yes.
Why do we not get 2 items from the uncle in randomizer?
Because the uncle actually gives you 1 item, and that 1 item is called the sword and shield. I wish I were joking, but it's legitimately the item you get is a single item ID, and it's an item that is the sword and the shield packaged together. That's
funny. So, but it didn't. Once you decoupled swords from their vanilla locations, clearly the fighter sword does not come with the shield, which our shield haters would might revolt.
Oh, I think it was we split them just to, like, we could put the items still exist in the game. We just don't put it in the randomization pool, or haven't for a long time. Apples.
It's the apples again. Yep.
Oh, this is the moment of sadness because you just finished the Ice Palace.
Yep. But yeah, because in vanilla you have the you can lose a shield, which is why you can also buy a shield.
Yes. And
there's like lots of shops with shields, which is why when you have Shop Sanity, there's like all bunch of shields out there, all bunch of small Fisher Price, plastic shields out there.
There's also one of the reasonable fireball shields.
Yeah, yep, they're out there too.
In fact, I think in some of the random games I played, I've been willing to go ahead and just buy a shield, because why not?
Oh, I've never bought a shield.
Really? They're great. Nope, they block
never.
Things.
I'm not a shield hater, to be clear, but I see no reason to buy one. And of course, in the big shield people in Z1, but in Z1, I'm gonna lose my shield because the slug likes are a thing that eat shields. They're always hungry.
You gotta dodge. I mean, I will buy one sometimes in Z1 because of it is, when it blocks, it's amazing. But the Z3 one is, I don't know. The mirror shield's just kind of dumb.
It's... I mean, there are times when I'm happy to have it, because, you know, Laser Bridge is free, and, you know, it blocks the mimics
Sure, they're fire.
shots, but I kind of like the red shield, because it makes the blind fight, and if you get off script, it'll block those fireballs, but beyond that, I'm kind of indifferent, you know.
That's fair. I think it's not quite as polarizing as boomerangs. In general,
there's some definite shield haters in this game in Z3.
I mean, I'm personally like a red boomerang hater in this game.
Really?
I think the blue one's great. The red one I do not like.
Oh, I use the red one all the time because I mostly use it to hit switches. In particular, in cross keys
sure.
The crystal room. The crystal switch room with the pokey. With the chain chomps. Chain chomps. That's the word I'm looking for. Chain chomps.
Yeah, but they're used to Kane Samaria and boots.
I don't always have Kane Samaria if I'm playing cross keys in that room.
then delete that seed and start the next one. Obviously.
I mean, the old Ambrosia. Your boots are in GT hint. Yep, never mind, forfeit. I'm done. I don't do that, but I know there are people that do.
Yeah, it's the funny thing is it is more fun, but it is just an item. Like it unlocks a few locations. And if you're bad with them, it causes you to lose more time than it gains for you.
Oh, for sure.
I personally invariably will always dash 20 pixels away from a screen transition in this game. It's just wasting time.
Alright, Scary Elf almost done with Castle Tower. See if anybody's... No, still no one finished. I'm guessing that he was the first to that Kane of Samaria, and that the other two players that are in this race also were late to Kane of Samaria, as Old Man Sunshine was. Because...
I could see that definitely being a distinct possibility. It's fun to like go back to the older versions because then you have to wrap your head around like, wait, what works? Hey, this is the Weetabix text. At this point,
okay.
I think there might be only 4 or 5 texts that you can get.
Yeah. So I've got a request for you.
Okay.
And we're not gonna see it here because it's gonna tell us where the silvers were, because the silvers were not it's not progressive bows. I want some random texts for, instead of every time you have silvers, silver is my one true weakness. Let's get some community involvement. Get some random texts in there.
Some other text lines.
Yeah.
Okay. I think at the point that I had written that, I was burnt out on writing text. Like, there's something like 200 different text lines in this game or something.
Yeah. I mean, that's why I would say. Did you find? Yeah, see, because the silvers are a separate item, so it just tells you where they are, even if you are. I want community involvement. I want some text, different text for my one true weakness.
Yeah, we'll definitely put up there. Did you get those in Zebus? Just like to confuse the people from earlier. You know, those cost $50 a shot.
They sure do. The only time I ever went into the rupee room in Meyer was to get enough money to fire arrows for Vitreous and still have enough for GT in a Retron seed.
That is great. That is the whole idea behind it. But there's money everywhere in those games because all the arrows get turned into money.
All right, get your GGs in chat. Scary Owl finishing in first place despite forgetting to do Ice Palace the first time in. The official race time of 1:43.22.
Solid time.
Very solid time.
For basically doing everything in the game, was there any other than like a few of the late dungeons where he was go moding?
Go moded Ice, go moded TR. That's it.
Yeah. Had to do every other location.
The pod big key didn't allow you to do too much go moding in there, which is unfortunate.
Nope. I don't even know if we give an item count at the end of this version. We probably do.
Well, one of the things I like, and I totally forgotten this was a thing, there's some really cool stats. that are shown in this version that
Oh,
are no
yeah?
longer shown. Yeah, on the other hand, not being able to hit select to speed up the credits is really annoying. I forgot how slow they were.
They're pretty dang slow, but I mean, if you're gonna run a bunch of back-to-backs, it's a great break in between.
It sure is.
Oh yeah, the other thing that we kept going back and forth on. I'm scrolling up through a few more of the releases that came after this. The whole fake flippers. Like we had a safety
yeah.
for it so that you wouldn't, or that would kill you if you got hit while fake flippering.
Right.
And then later we removed it, and then people complained, so we put it back. And then people complained, so we got rid of it again. I think it's gone again. I think that was the final statement.
Yeah, it is gone. It doesn't kill you. It kind of slow locks you, so you have to like wait.
Yeah, but it does the vanilla thing, yeah.
Yeah, it places you in a well. I think in vanilla, it just you can't get out of it. But this one takes like a minute and it places you somewhere. Also, if I can get one of our restreamers to get our runners in, runners, or get Scary Olive, see if he wants to jump in and talk about this. That would be great. Yeah, I kind of like the dying thing, but apparently someone tried to do Kern Jump yesterday and it killed him because he was already in fake flipper state.
Sorry.
I mean, it's funny.
So you learned a lesson.
Yep.
Oh. Wow.
There we go. Okay, so the Mr. Meyer in chat, who I know is one of our glitch runners, that behavior is vanilla. The hard luck is long. Okay, but it seems to go afterwards. And we do have Scary Olive joining us. Scary Olive, GG's.
GG's and congratulations.
Yeah, your strategic skip of Ice Palace.
I was beating Trinex and I was like, I'm gonna get a really good time. And then just wait.
Oh my god. Okay, I have to. So, in Super Metroid, there's a category called Reverse Boss Order, and there was a runner named Farrell who was getting to finish the game, and he's like, "Yeah, I'm really far ahead. This is great," and gets to the room that opens up Turian and finds out, wait, I didn't do Kraid. He just yells, Kraid! So I have to tell that story because you talked about how great a time you were getting without Ice Palace.
I started the run with auto tracking on, but for some reason the flute and the mushroom kept like removing themselves.
Oh,
so,
that's weird.
Yep. They would have been at different addresses in this version.
Yeah, so I just said, okay, that's fine. I'm gonna remove the auto tracking, and because I don't really need the tracker,
Sure.
after 6 years of playing the game. So, but then I guess I somehow clicked Ice Palace at some point. My brain, I don't know, but yeah, just cost me a minute, but it's okay. I think I got a pretty good route, so.
I mean, we think that just the fact that you were able to find that Cane of Samaria as early as you did compared to everybody else and have Ether go mode instead of Cane go mode.
Yeah, I mean, it's a 50-50. I have to start with the myths from Kakariko. Am I going up towards the Zora area or I'm going down? I thought it's better to go up since I didn't do any of the Zora stuff. Because if I go down, I'm going to be tempted to go in Swamp, but I don't have the hammer.
Right.
And so I just thought I'm going to go up first, and then that unlocked me Samaria stuff, and then hammer after.
Worked out really well.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure, is this version one of the version where there's no impossible that there's something on the tablets?
We think we just can't read them.
Yeah, I know that the hints might not have been fully in play in this version yet.
Okay.
Yeah, I think those came a little bit late. Like there were some hints, like the uncle has a hint, and some other things, but the tablets themselves, I think it was just for the longest time it was just the Triforce or the Master Sword, that thing, that pedestal.
Yeah, I was curious after it didn't work on the tablet. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna go check if the pedestal, if you can do it. And it worked.
Yeah, I think that was the very first one that we actually used the book to show what was at that location way back when.
Yeah. And I really got a big throwback when I saw the arrow upgrades.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Upgrades. Yeah, I was like, oh yeah, that exists. Yeah, that was fun. I like that time. You know,
Yeah, I thought you could have used those arrows on Vitreous. Like you had 40 some odd arrows, and I was like, oh, maybe use the arrows on Vitreous, but no, you just did a little bit of running through with the cape. But I mean, it worked just fine. But...
Well, if I had silvers at that point, but didn't have them. But I have magic, so you gotta use that.
Yeah, there you go.
There are some interesting stats here.
Yeah, I totally forgot these were stats that these all existed. Item locations and how many things you got out of each dungeon, and like how many heart containers you got and how many.
Yeah. This is before my favorite implementation ever, which is pressing the blue button makes it go twice as fast. So, but
I believe that was
yep. Yeah, the key, the Ganon big key count. Which, in this case, the 6 is correct because the key was on the torch.
Yeah.
That was the old. I totally forgot about that. That we would have to remember to add the torch on, because a lot of times there was just like bombs on the torch and people wouldn't get them. So that number was not actually correct for the purposes of the old GT big key guessing games.
Oh, way back in the day. And the timer's pretty close, too. That's impressive.
Yeah. That means not a whole lot of save and quits.
That is correct. And we don't have the, gosh, I want to say, whoever, the name eludes me, who redid the whole end screen to show all the items wasn't done yet as well.
Yeah, I like the end screen. I mean, honestly, this is okay, but I do like the new end screen. That was definitely a nice addition when it came up.
Yeah.
Was that also version 31 that came about? Because I want to say that like I said, I've started on 30, so I seem to remember this end screen.
I don't honestly remember. 30 was like a huge update. And then there were like dot releases after 30 for a while. Because I was planning on doing a really big change, and then we're like, oh, we'll just release 31, and then the joke of 32 that still goes on. Yeah. In fact, actually, between like up until now, this is 8.24. This is back when it was still split version kind of thing, where we were between the Deseret version numbering of the 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever, and then the second number, the 24, is whenever the logic would change in a meaningful way that would maybe shift where items could possibly be, was why that version number would go up.
Well, that makes sense.
Yeah. We were just like, we should just just have one number. People get confused and they don't know why.
All I know is if the number's higher, something changed.
Usually. Hopefully in a good way, too.
Hopefully. Well, we're gonna get another 6 big key, because Old Man Sunshine also going to the right first.
With a gold sword, but yeah, okay. I was gonna say some people might go full right. I'm a big fan of that. Not that anyone ever does.
So you've been playing a few of these, Scary Off. How many of these have you played? So have you played all 3? Is it...
No, I didn't play yesterday. I played the V2 and then tonight. So
after V2's like, I'm gonna take a break. That was it's fun, but there's like not a whole lot randomized, right? It was basically just major items in V2.
Yeah. I was surprised. It was once you realize that the overworld items, it's like, okay, that limits a lot of the possibilities, and then the magic bat is always the magic bat. The mushroom is always so. Well, it was still, at the core of the principle, it's still fun.
Mm-hmm.
But I think this is more close to what we have today. But for me, I really like that we don't have quick swap, we don't have fast ROM. It's more close to an NMG experience, and that's my jam.
Well, the lack of quick swap was kind of funny this time because it allowed us to know for sure that you hadn't done Ice Palace. Because we're like, wait a minute, yeah, he's got it marked. Has he done it? I don't think he's done it. I don't recall him being in it, but sometimes you're watching the other player and you miss it.
Yeah.
But then, because you have to menu, I'm like, no, every time he menus, I'm seeing only 5 crystals done. TR is going to be your 6th. Now, if Ice had been a pendant, it would have been a different issue.
Yeah.
Drop down into Ganon and not be able to finish the fight.
Oh, yeah. That would have been worse for me. Something I noticed in this version that there was no indication on the red crystals. So I was like, because I never did a map check. I just winged it, and I assumed that statistically I was okay to get the big bomb. And then when I get there, I was like, wait, is it gonna be just like the Pyramid Fairy where there's nothing? But this one, there was the chest, so I got lucky.
Yep.
Yeah, that was the chests. They were the very first things that I remember when we did that, and the default random ROM. I remember when we did this. The 2 items that are in the default random ROM are the Fire Rod and the Ice Rod, because that's just what Carcat put there at the time. And it was, I think, sometime I missed actually putting items in those locations, and everyone's like, "Why is there always a Fire Rod and an Ice Rod here?" It's like, no idea. That's just strange. V8.1 through 8 don't exist. They do exist. In my memory.
I think Codeman's going to be doing one of these races at some point. It's to talk about all that stuff. That'll be fun. Actually, that's one of the fun things is we had on the first day we had Destiny Direct who did a commentary, and Muffins did one of the commentaries. So we had getting some of the devs talking about it. It's just been really cool to learn all the things that that a lot of us, maybe knew, maybe didn't know, but, hearing it from you guys is really cool.
That's definitely been a lot of fun. There was a list of what all was coming up, right? Or are they getting announced?
I know they're getting announced. I'm not sure when I'm supposed to announce, if I'm supposed to wait for Old Man Sunshine, but I know what the next mode is. Maybe I just announce it now, because we have the rest of GT and Castle Tower. So, and I don't want to forget. That would be worse. Saying it early would be and doing that wrong would be worse than forgetting. So I promised Muffins I would announce the tomorrow's mode. It is full entrance rando, no keys. Entrance rando 0.4.4. Developer LL Cool Dave, because I believe entrance was its own thing originally.
It was okay. So the story is way back before Forward Fill was thrown into a dumpster. I was searching for a better way of doing the randomization because Forward Fill was obviously biased. And I had about 5 or 6 different swap methodologies of moving the items around. LL Cool Dave comes around and goes, "I think I have the perfect, randomization thing." And I'm like, yeah, we'll see. The whole I've been doing this for, I don't know, months. I've been staring at it, trying to figure it out. Yeah, I'm sure you do. And then he tells it to me, and I'm like, yeah, that's it. It's the assumed fill, nailed it. And then we had it was the original entrance stuff was Amazing Ampharos.
Yeah, I know he did a lot of logic.
You did the original work to actually make something, and then LL Cool Dave came in and continued the work and really built it out from there. But it actually technically on the ALTTPR site is still its own separate thing that runs. And we if you do an entrance on there, it will make a sub call to that. Until V32. Yeah, everyone. I'm gonna say it again.
So yeah, it's supposed to be full entrance, so no keys, and cross-world connectors I guess don't exist. I'm not sure if this is the version where all the dungeons are just shuffled amongst themselves. It doesn't say whether that's the case or not, so that might be a question to ask in the Discord later, but
I would guess if it's an early version, you're gonna have your 4 entrance dungeons shuffled, and your
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, because I know, and Skullwoods is its own thing, with the back of Skullwoods being a random dungeon, but the rest of it being in its normal shuffled spot. The take Element Sunshine taking a death immediately. It probably just wants the health. Yeah,
The health back.
Yeah,
beforehand.
I know. I know they've got a bottle at least.
Did they
like a
do
red.
Aga Tower?
Must have, because Ganon is doing the normal text.
Okay.
Was the text changed? Nope. He's not doing any damage. He hasn't done. Nope. They've not done it.
You know what?
Yeah, they didn't do Castle Tower.
There's no damage getting done to Ganon here.
This is a problem.
Go take a death and then mirror. Just walk into him. Just take a few steps in.
Yeah.
And then.
I
So
mean,
we can
other
see
people
that in
finished,
this
so-
version there was no numpty text.
Yeah, you don't. Because in the current version, as we talked about, and you weren't here, of course, for this conversation, Scary Owl, where I did this in a cross keys, and it missed the text that says you can't do this yet. It got all the way to phase 4 and couldn't figure out why couldn't damage Ganon, and then it turns out I had skipped some dungeon or another going back to it. So no forfeit yet. So. Oh, there's the forfeit. Well, hopefully we'll get Old Man Sunshine in to talk about this, but yeah, so getting back to the entrance, yeah, so I'm assuming, so it's like Hyrule Castle, Desert, and Turtle Rock, I think it.
Yeah,
shuffled?
those would be your 4 entrance ones.
Right, and then everything else gets shuffled. So.
Yeah, although the back of Skullwoods may or may not get shuffled. I would expect it to, but.
Scary Owl of giving the knowledge. I mean, these don't count for points, but.
They count for points?
No,
They
these don't
don't.
count. No, these are not being
Give me
recorded
all the
at all.
points.
So, like,
I should
if
jump
Old
in
Man
and got
Sunshine
the
wants
points.
to, yeah. So if Old Man Sunshine wanted to go back in and finish Castle Tower, they certainly could. But
Sure.
I
At this
really
point,
wanted one
yeah.
of these races to be run on the SRL for the feeling.
yeah,
Oh
no, did we talk
my.
about that in Discord? I mean,
Yeah.
I have to. I mean, I have hex chat somewhere on this computer, so I could do it. But
Any old telnet will get you there, but yeah.
Yep.
Wow.
I still have. Actually, the funny thing is, I'm looking at it right now. I have a cheat sheet for SRL taped to my desk.
Oh, that's funny.
And I still have it there. It's not even the done. It's like what the different logins and how to join and that sort of thing. I do believe we have Old Man Sunshine joining us. Yeah,
Soul
you forgot
Power!
something. You forgot something.
Dang it! I think I was used to the newer definition of all dungeons.
The one that doesn't have
it
all of
hasn't
them.
changed. I mean, Castle Tower is still required in all dungeons. I don't know.
Okay, then I don't know what I'm. Okay, then I clearly don't know. Sorry, never mind.
No,
That's
it's all
okay.
good.
Yeah, I was missing him. I'm like, it's like I'm missing something, but I've got all the dungeons. What's going on?
Well, we weren't sure what the behavior. Like, we weren't sure if you'd done it or not because we were busy chatting about different things.
And then
The,
suddenly I
then-
couldn't hit him.
And we're like, wait, have they done Castle Tower or not? And then
I
Ganon,
forgot
like,
that-
okay, you have not done Castle Tower because Ganon's not taking damage.
I forgot
Darn
that he
it.
didn't take damage in phase 1. He's supposed to take damage up to phase 3, and
Yeah,
so the
in
sword
current
will fall
version,
out.
Yeah, current version, you can get all the way to phase 4. You just phase 4 just doesn't work.
That's
Right. And the goal behind that is in case you wanted to fall through if it were like
Right.
a connector or something.
Oh, I got you.
I have never
that is a thing that
played.
can happen in cross keys.
Yeah, I was saying, I've never played one personally where you've had to go through Ganon to get somewhere, but I want to one day. I like
Yeah,
that.
apparently, well, turn on Zelda Woods because I think that'll make it more likely.
Okay.
Because now Ganon can be in some of the drop downs at Skull Woods. And not.
Fair.
I don't know that we ever ran into one of those. I'd have to. Tomosek might be able to answer that if that ever came up in the last tournament when they allowed people to mutually agree to do Zelda Woods. But I mean, in cross keys, if Ganon is at the castle, logically you need a mirror to do the the castle entrance.
I can see that.
And
Yeah.
that's why I don't do cross keys.
Oh, Tom. Oh, the question was, Tom. Like, did we end up with anyone having to get to phase 4 of Ganon in the Zelgawood Seed last year for cross keys to progress? I'm trying to remember. I don't remember if that happened. I feel like it might have, but I just don't remember for sure.
We use the connector through him.
Yep. It sounds terrible if it actually happened.
I want it to happen. That sounds so nice. That sounds.
Like I said, just
All right,
turn that Zelgawoods on.
Sorry for the anticlimactic ending, everyone.
No worries.
That's all good. You did. You had fun, I hope, and like you killed all the bosses. Well, save one. I mean, you killed them once.
I mean, you were
Killed half of one.
funny that this happened because Scary Olive could tell you that he forgot about doing Ice Palace. So.
Everybody
easy to figure out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
Samaria was
easy.
in just a special place this time around.
Yeah, special is one word for it. I was on my way to Meyer, and I suddenly went, wait a minute, I forgot Graveyard Ledge. Oh, for heaven's sake.
It could have been in Meyer. It wasn't. It could have been.
Then my sword took, 30 minutes to get?
Sword was late for everyone.
Yeah, Sword was pretty late. It was pretty deep because you had to get your mountain. What was it?
Yeah,
Was
It
it
was
in
Paradox Cave.
Dark?
Yeah.
Okay, it was Paradox.
Yeah.
And it
I
took
was
a while.
trying to
before we got
conserve
that.
magic because I was like, I want to go do desert, but I have 2 shots of fire rod. Like I can't do much with that,
Yeah,
and I don't want to use bomb on Landmo. So
Oh no, that sounds terrible.
No, don't do
Well,
that.
with all those upgrades, though, I mean.
yeah, with 60 bombs, it's doable.
The first one I opened, I went, oh, I forgot about these. Because I started playing when they were still in effect.
Mhm.
That was about 9 years ago, too.
Yeah. Well, I'll ask you both a question. Fury had asked me this yesterday while I was on comms. Is there anything that you wish was still, from the old versions that was still a thing in the current versions?
For me, I guess it's the fast ROM.
You don't like
The
that?
slow ROM, I guess, the regular ROM. I've just been doing NMG. I did the NMG Menti program on Zelda Speedrun this winter, and now I don't know. The lag is part of the game. It should. I understand that for modes like Enemies,er, if it could be a toggle, it makes sense. But for just a regular casual boots open, I like it to have the feel of the real engine.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to bring anything back from there that I can think of.
That's also a legit answer. Yeah, I've heard the fast ROM. Me personally, I don't care whether it's fast ROM or slow ROM, but if it got people like Airy playing again, I'd be happy to switch back to slow ROM myself.
I'm personally indifferent to the fast ROM slow ROM thing, only because I mean, there's so many other things that are changed at this point. It's kind of like, but I get that there's a different feel in the lag in some areas. Although really, it's mostly just things like Thieves Town and other areas that are heavy with enemies.
I feel dirty when I use a blue cane on Ganon. Now that it's not all lagged out. Like, this isn't right.
I had a thought while I was racing. I was like, I'm imagining Veetorp watching this and going, "Oh yeah, fix that bug, fix that bug, fix that bug." like a history log of things you've been fixing.
That's
we
already
talked
fixed.
we talked about some of those things. Yeah, I mean, it was definitely. I mean, there was more of that I think in the previous versions, but yeah.
Yeah,
definitely.
At this point, it was getting pretty well like set in stone with a lot of the work.
Yeah.
Like I feel like this was pretty close to what we have now. The credits are very different, but the I think Waterfall Fairy was the big difference, and some of the text, like not being able to read the tablets, is kind of weird. But
plus, we've determined that after this, you're going to play a regular rando and go read all the signs and talk to every person.
I could do that as a thing that I just do at some point. I'm not gonna. You don't race that.
No. Well,
not
new setting. It's we're gonna keep track of every person and every sign you read, and if you don't do all of them, Ganon's gonna be like, "Did you talk to everybody?"
Well,
that I
that's
would
funny. That's,
in
I
the
mean, why not?
Easter in the Easter mode that happened a few months ago. That was you had to talk to everybody.
Oh,
Just to
nice.
try to understand something.
Oh yeah, there was on all the signs because I was playing around through that a little bit, and every sign had like a different piece of the puzzle.
Yeah.
I was thinking about that. Yeah, read every sign. Is what? It's 24-digit code or something.
Anyhow, but yeah, good times. It was a lot of fun to watch this particular version come back. Sorry I missed the V18 one. That one had painful memories too. I mean, good times.
All right.
I mean,
Well,
yeah, this version was almost the same as the current version. Really, there's only just
yeah, this is a few minor, like I said, some very minor differences.
quality of life changes is
Yep.
almost everything now.
Scary Elf, though, you were using some sort of MSU, I assume, because it sound
No.
no, it was just
It's the
sounded weird.
instrument shuffle.
The instrument. Oh, okay.
I saw those switches.
Okay,
Yeah,
'cause,
that's the only thing
I-
we can do. I don't think MSU works with this.
Yeah, I didn't
Yeah, it
think
might
so.
not.
I wasn't sure it did either. So when your music sounded weird, I'm like, that's not normal. Okay, instrument shuffle, that clarifies that. It was cool. I liked it. I quite
Yeah.
enjoyed it. I'm glad you turned that on. I don't know.
Every time you
I don't
play
know what.
it, you still have the same palette of the original game, but you get a little bit different every time.
Yeah, I don't know if what the restream was broadcasting, because here I can choose. I could listen to whichever one I want, which I love. So I had your audio going, but
That's nice, Codeman. You did the instrument shuffle? Nice.
yeah, it's pretty cool. I don't think I even knew it was a thing. Oh yeah, I guess the crowd was listening to you too, Scary Owl, according to our restreamer Blue Link. But yeah, at some point we didn't need to close this out, so I'll let you all have last words, and I'll once again preview tomorrow's races.
I'd just like
Good
to thank
race.
everybody that worked on the randomizer for saving me a lot of money over the years. Instead of buying new games, I just keep playing this one. And,
Well said.
And as
Appreciate
usual,
that.
thanks to everyone who was in on this restream. I appreciate everybody there.
And so a reminder, we have for day 4 full entrance rando, no keys, version 0.4.4 by LL Cool Dave. No crossworld, no key sanity. We're assuming dungeons are shuffled amongst themselves. So hopefully we'll get a good turnout for that. Veetorp, that was a lot of fun. I'm so glad I jumped in with you. We I don't know if we covered the race as much as as I normally would, but we covered a lot of really cool things. So I'm really glad we did this.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun, and we talked about the race as here and there. Sorry about that, guys.
it's all right.
But yeah, no, thanks to everyone who plays the randomizer, keeps playing the randomizer, all the people who keep developing and are continuing working on new modes and new things, and like Codeman and others who are doing a lot of great things. I hope that there's just more to come, even if it's minor little things that we build. But yeah, it's always I was surprised by the recent festive, so it's always nice to have like things like that happen, and all the people who also do the restreaming and commentary and all that. Thank you, everyone.
All right, we'll turn it back over to Blue Link.
All right, thank you,
Peace.
Tracy. Thank you once again to our trackers, Tomoltak and Keno. Veetorp, it was a really awesome treat having you here on comms. And yeah, I think Tracy covered everything else. Tomorrow, 2 p.m. Eastern Time and 9 p.m. Eastern Time, we'll have some entrance rando. So thank you for joining, and if you enjoyed this, hopefully we will see you tomorrow.